So you brought up cellos earlier, and I had a lovely conversation with Professor Giovanna Barbati. And but I want you to tell the story. You found by chance a manuscript that was really profound. So why didn't you tell that story?
Um, well, I found this manuscript that was laying in Monte Cassino, that the Monte Cassino Abbey, and that contained several works by early cello composers. And this is a large manuscript that include sonatas and the largest collection of passacaglia for cello, all by Neapolitan composers. A couple of them, Rocco Greco, who is the
Mm,
brother of Gaetano Greco, much more famous for the Partimenti, right? And
mm,
Rocco was a cello player, was a bass player in Naples and teacher in Naples. And he put together this manuscript of sonatas and elaborations over liturgical works, and that's very very interesting. And then Gaetano Francone is another one. We have published an edition with Giovanna Barbati, in fact, Gaetano Francone, because in that same manuscript, which is a huge manuscript, uh, he puts all these passacaglias for cello. So on the bass pattern of the passacaglia, he elaborates that bass pattern with the cello. And even more interesting in a sense, because I was able to connect the Neapolitan school of cello with the modernist school. In that manuscript, there are two cello sonatas by Giovanni Bononcini, so very important composer. And by the way, those are the only two cello sonatas by Bononcini that we know of. Bononcini
really? Wow.
Bononcini is a little bit like Alborea, was very famous as a cello player before being famous as a composer. And yes, and then, but we didn't have practically any, only one sonata attributed to him, but probably is not by him. But
Mm,
these two cello sonatas are absolutely certainly by him. So these are the only two cello sonatas that I published in modern edition by Giovanni Bononcini. So it's a very rich
wow.
manuscript and very, very important, also because, and I'm sure in your interview with Giovanna Barbati, you have talked about this, there are uh, there are connections with the Partimento tradition. There are connection with it's really demonstrates a school of improvisation and elaboration at the base, at the cello. So it's very important to demonstrate, first of all, the great ability, the great talent and advanced skills of these technical skills of these musicians on the cello, but also to connect the cello performance not only with the solo performance, but
Mm,
with pedagogical tradition of the Partimento or the improvisation over the bass line. So it's a very very important turn in the consideration of the cello, I would say.